Hello YouTube, and I just want to have a discussion on movement using the Hitbox, obviously, playing Fighter Z. There's some cool things that actually I learned using this, so I hope you can enjoy the video, and let's take a look. If you are liking the video, please make sure to subscribe or like it so we can beat that YouTube algorithm, and then we can jump into the rest of the video. Okay, so there's a few things that you definitely want to practice when you're practicing your movement. You can do this routine maybe like 5-10 minutes a day, pretty much before you do like any warm-ups. There's some cool things to note in Dragon Ball. So when you're doing movements, if you go down up, you can. Do you see how slow I fell there? So just by going down up, you just float, which is really important. So it's just down, which is this button right here. So you go down up. And then if you do it wrong, like say if I did it too slow, I just kind of do that. But if you do it right, little lines will be under your character. And if you hold down, like see how I'm holding down, or I mean sorry, see how I was holding up? So if you go down up and then you hold up, I float. And if you go down up and you hold down, you fast fall. Now you're asking, well, why is this important? That's just kind of the first step you want to do. The second step after you kind of practice your after you practice your super jumps, especially on the hitbox, is if you can go forward, down, up. And I'll show you why that, and this is the next baby step that you want to do. So forward, down, up, which is kind of cool. So it's just pretty easy, pretty quick to learn. Just forward, down, up, done. And then if you hold forward while you do forward, down, up, so if you go boom, 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 look how much space I created between me and my opponent. And if your opponent's pressuring you, there's not much wrong you can do. So if you go like if you're kind of going forward and floating ahead of him, yeah, as you're floating ahead of him, sorry, I had to gather my thoughts for a second. As you're floating ahead of him, you get all that space, and if he tries to pressure you with like super dash, then just give him a 2H, or even a jumping 5M. Like both those usually counter super dash, and you're pretty good with that. Yeah. So you just kind of want to practice. You just go forward, down, up, and then hold up, just so you can float. And yeah, just practice your floating. Just work. Just so you get like the idea, just the idea of it, the feel for it, so it comes naturally, especially when you're in matches. And then if you just hold forward, the thing is too, is if you go forward, down, up, you can push them at the same time and you use super dash forward on the hitbox. Like that was pretty that was pretty crazy. So if you go forward, and then see how I was holding both of them at the same time, which is kind of cool. I like that. Like that's kind of one little tech that you can do. So just kind of how that works again is just. So you're just gonna dash forward, down, up, and then you just kind of go forward over your opponent. And then yeah, the easiest way to tell if it works is there'll be lines that show from under your opponent, which is kind of cool. Because then you know you're doing it wrong. That one I did it too slow. And then you can even do like just the quick one, right? And then you can get the cross up there. I'm just going to touch base on something else that I wanted to talk about movement. When you're practicing, like your airs, throw in some assists. Did you see how I was able to jump back into Frieza there if I would have continued that on? Because that could be important. Because your opponent is probably on the ground blocking, or maybe he's like, oh, what's this guy doing? I'm going to prepare for a 2H. So it's just kind of like, and then you just kind of throw an assist out. Get the feel for it, especially because you're on a new controller. Unless you've been playing Hitbox for a while, then I don't know what you're doing watching this channel. Because I'm a beginner as well. But yeah, like it just get a feel, throw an assist out, and then just so you can kind of get used to using your pinky while utilizing this as well. And then yeah, just practice, throw things around. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is kind of the touch base on how like practicing movement on your hitbox. It just works really good for matches. I like it. The movement's really nice. You can kind of practice at your own leisure. I hope you guys have a good day and continue to play some Dragon Ball. All right, bye.